Hi guys, it's Shannon with Anya Soapworks. So today we're going to do a little video that's long overdue. We've had a lot of people ask for a tutorial on how to use our instant face masks. We don't put the instructions on the label because one, it doesn't translate very well, and two, it's really hard to fit it with all the ingredients and other things we have on there. So people have asked for either a video or a written tutorial. I think the video is a little more in-depth and helps a little bit more, so that's what we're going to do today. And then what I'm going to be demoing is a fan favorite. My favorite too, the Morning Magic Mask. See right here? Now what's so great about the Morning Magic Mask, and another reason it's one of my favorites, isn't just the fact that it has the coffee, the cinnamon, the kaolin clay, all these things that are great for your skin, soothing and good at oil pulling, but because of the powdered egg whites. They're the real magic ingredient in here. And the reason I need this mask so often is because I work a lot, and I'm a mom, and I'm tired, and I'm exhausted all of the time. So when I'm up at 4 a.m. and I'm working a 12 to 16 hour day and I have a kid to take care of and I need to go out later and look presentable in public, this is the best bet for me, a lot of us. So I'm gonna go ahead and demo this one. First things first, make sure you have a little container. Doesn't matter what kind it is or what it's made out of. Doesn't even have to be especially big because you're not using that much. But I like this little guy, that's my go-to. Make sure you have a tablespoon or something of equal size, something around there. It's really all the mask you're gonna need, so you don't wanna use up your product unnecessarily. I tend to do that a lot. I err on the side of caution, I use way too much, and then I waste. Don't be like me. So you're gonna take your stuff here, get your little tablespoon, let's see, already doing too much. Alrighty, that's still probably too much. There we go, we're nice and evened out. I'm going to put it in my little container here. Close your mask back up because you never know when a kid, a cat, or a dog is going to come knock it over. So I've got it here. And now what you need to do is just add water, or a mix of your choosing. Dina, for example, loves putting honey with it. We have some people who like to use Greek yogurt, other things. Me, I'm a fan of the water because it's quicker, it's easier, and I'm always in a hurry. So you're going to add little by little. Don't do too much at once or you're going to end up with a soup mask. No one wants that. So you see I'm adding just a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is give it a little mix. The consistency I like, and of course it's different for everybody, is a little bit thinner than toothpaste. So I'm mixing it up, and I'm mixing it up. Alright, I think I've got it just where I want it. Now like I said, you can do it whatever consistency you want. It's all about what you're needing at the moment. Here's what I've got going for me. See what that looks like? Thick mud. Now, just to show you guys, oh, let's see. Right here. You see that little guy? That's a little bitty whitehead that popped up this morning when I was running around with 5,000 errands after getting off of work. So that's where I'm going to start because I don't like him. He needs to go. Alright, now here's the messy part. Also the fun part. Oh, this smells wonderful. It's the coffee and the cocoa. Goodness. Alright. There's that nasty little guy. And I've just dabbed it right on. Now, here comes the fun part. I'm going to slather this all over my face. I don't like to do a super thick mask, only because, like I said, I'm always in a hurry, and the more you put on, the longer it takes to rinse off. So I do a super thin mask. Several of our customers like to do the super thick one, and I'm actually going to see if one of them will do another little video tutorial for us later, maybe of one of our different masks like the charcoal or the Texas Rose. I'm just dabbing it on there. I should probably go ahead and get in deep because one of the best parts is the exfoliation from the coffee. Oh, I meant to show you guys, I think I've covered them up too quick. I always have little black kids that come up here either in times of high stress or more often in summertime because it's Texas. We live in a swamp. But this guy is great at helping pull them out. Now, they won't just magically be gone when I take the mask off, but they will have surfaced, and without me having to pick or pry at my face, I will pretty much just be able to wipe them right off. Now, I'm not going to put this on my forehead, only because A, it's not my problem area right now, and B, I don't like having to get it out of my hair if I'm in a hurry, and I have somewhere to be in about 30 minutes, so we won't be doing that. Now, I know what you're thinking. As the mask gets wet and it starts to dry, it looks a little bit like mud, right? That's what you were thinking, mud? But no matter what it looks like, the point is that it's going to make your face look a lot healthier once it's done. Now you may be wondering why I'm being so particular about this little area right here, because right here, right here, right here, that's a hot spot for me for uninvited guests, pimples. So I got to be extra careful there. And I also have to make sure to get plenty right under my eyes. I don't even care if it gets in my lashes. It washes right off. It does not matter, because I have permanent raccoon eyes. I am always exhausted. Good exhaustion, productive exhaustion, but exhaustion nonetheless. All right, hard part's over. So I am going to go ahead and pause the video while I wait for this to dry, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to sit here and watch me let it dry for 10 minutes. It's probably about how long it'll take. So I will see you soon. Hi guys, I'm back. So it's actually been about 15 minutes since I started letting it dry, and it's not completely dry. It is, you can tell, pretty stiff. It's mostly dry, but I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it off, because I don't usually let it sit long enough to completely dry out, although I think I'm almost there. So I would say completely dry, if you put it on as thick as I did this time, 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and go rinse it off, because again, not something you want to sit there and watch me do, and then I'll be right back as soon as I'm done. Hi guys, all done, all rinsed off and dried. So one thing I forgot to mention to you, when I came back on the video after the mask had dried, you may have noticed I did end up putting it on my forehead, and I did that because I still had excess mask left over that I had wet, and we do an all-natural product. We don't put any preservatives in our mask, because dry preservative, I'm not even sure what we would be able to use, but it certainly wouldn't be something we want in our product, more than likely. So when you wet it, that's at the point where you have the potential for mold and bacteria growth. If it just sits there wet for a long time, you can't really reuse it after that. You got to use it that day and you're done. And my grandmama would roll over in her grave if I left a beauty product just sitting there unused. So I went ahead and used the rest of it, and you may have noticed that I had it in my eyebrows. That wasn't an accident. I get really dry, rough skin under my eyebrows, and it's atrocious, and I hate it. So that mask helps get rid of that dry skin and soften under there, so I'm not going to have dandruff eyebrows the rest of the day, or tomorrow more than likely. So that's why I did that. Did a pretty good job of not getting it in my hairline, I think. I didn't have to rinse that out, so that's good. So you may notice that little uninvited guest that was here, that whitehead, he's gone. So that's one of the things I love about the mask, all of our mask products. Pretty much any pimple you have, if it's not gone, is going to be reduced. This one was a little guy, so he was gone pretty easy. Some of them, if they're especially big, you may just notice that they shrink, but they'll be far less noticeable. Also, I don't have as bad raccoon bags that I had earlier, so that's good. And you may notice it's time for your girl to go get her eyebrows threaded. So on that note, before I'm late for my appointment, I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll talk to you later.